What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Hill YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be going on a figure hunt to a couple Walmarts, a couple Targets, and I'm really hoping to find some AEW Series 5 because I've been seeing a lot of Series 5 pop up, and it seems like everybody is finding those chases, and I need the Hangman chase, I need the Mox chase. It'd be nice to find some. I'm not exactly optimistic, but I'm hopeful. Let's see what we find. Alright, so first stop, we came to Target. Not much Jurassic stuff, but as I was walking, I noticed that they had the new Monsters at Work Tyler Tuskman figure, which is pretty cool. He tells a bunch of jokes when you push the stomach. He's got a bunch of joke props. He's like a stand-up comedian almost in the show. It's really cool. I'm big on the Monsters Inc. stuff, so I was really cool to see. It was my first time seeing it. They had a bunch of WWE stuff, the usual Top Picks basics, Cena, they had Garza, McIntyre, the Top Picks Cena, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, and they did have Rhea Ripley, more Braun Strowman, Cena's, Roman's up here. They had one regular standard Austin Theory. But yeah, it was the first time ever seeing this Rhea Ripley in stores. So I've had people find it for me, but I've never actually found it on the shelf, oddly enough. I mean, she is a hot commodity right now. Came down the other aisle, and they had a bunch of DC Multiverse McFarlane toys, which I was surprised to see. There was so many pegs filled, and there was such a wide variety of different characters and different styles of Batman and Robin. It was just ironic to see that. You don't really usually see that much of a variation in the product, so I'm wondering if they just don't sell well here or if they got a bunch of different cases in and recently stocked it. Over here, I came to the pop section, which ironically, they had a glass case where a lot of stuff was locked away. As you can see, they had like the Larry Bird USA, the Dream Team, Harlem Globetrotters, exclusive pops in here. They had the Iron Man 3 2-packs. But it was just strange to me that these are behind glass, especially in this area. It's kind of like a little bit of a nicer area. Bunch of cool pops, some horror pops. Nothing that I really needed, but it's always cool to see what kind of licenses are out there. Came over to the collectibles to see what kind of Ultimates there were. Usual stuff. King Kong, It, Back to the Future, Gremlins, Cyberpunk. They had the Nun here, the cloth goods one, but they also had the Karate Kid stuff. They had Mr. Miyagi, Johnny, and both Daniel-sans. They also had the reaction figures of the Turtles, but they only had one Foot Soldier, Michelangelo, Donatello, and one Raphael. No Leonardo. Over here, more All Valley Karate Championship 2-packs. More Back to the Future, and they had this NECA cartoon style Wild Stallions, which I was a big Bill and Ted fan as a kid, so it's really cool to see that. And it's kind of in the realm of the Toonie Terrors. Second stop, another Target. And pretty much the same stuff they've always had, the usual Motu stuff, the usual Ghostbusters. They had this Space Jam set that we've seen 100 times, but now it's all locked up. Regular Masters, some Ghostbusters stuff. Over here for WWE, they had the WrestleMania Chyna's, Top Picks Roman Reigns. Really cool figure. I'm not sure I really need it. It's got the interchangeable head, the vest, shirt, interchangeable hands. Probably one of the better Romans. But again, I don't really need it. I have so many Roman Reigns figures that it's just unnecessary for me to add another one. Down here, these aisles are bare. It's actually kind of sad. I feel bad for kids. I feel bad for collectors. I'm not sure why they're not replenishing when things need to be, especially if, they're empty. That means people are buying it, so we should be filling it back up. Over here, they had this I don't know, I guess you'd call it a 10-pack of like Spider-Man figures, but some were missing heads. Over here, the collectibles section, Pops and such, they had the Nun cloth figure, Pan's Labyrinth. Pretty cool figure. I never saw the movie, but I know that it's pretty popular. They had it, and then I noticed they had the Ghostface figure, which I have yet to see in person. It's my first time seeing it, and I kind of thought that the scale on this figure was much smaller than the Ultimates that I'm used to. I am probably going to pick this up eventually, but I passed on it today. I don't really know why I passed on it. I think I just didn't feel like getting in line because it was a Sunday, and it was absolutely packed in this Target. They had the Redeemer from Spawn. They had some other figures, but nothing really that we collect or need. Over at the Pops, they had Jerry's Apartment, but nothing new that they haven't had in the past couple trips that we've been here. So we're on to the next. Third stop of the trip, and my local Walmart is Basic City. They had all of the championship showdowns from this like SmackDown one with The Rock and Triple H, as well as Randy Orton and John Cena. They had the Dominic Dijakovic set with Lacey Evans. They had a bunch of Turbo Man, which is the first time of me seeing these Turbo Man at my local Walmart. I've seen them at pretty much every other Walmart around me except for my own. They had a bunch of Elite 84, Sheamus, Rhea Ripley, the Tribal Chief, Buddy Murphy. No AEW figures, unfortunately. I was really hoping that I'd be able to find some Series 5 fresh on the shelf. There's Sasha Banks, because Series 5 has been popping up more and more, and more people have been finding the chases of Moxley and Paige. Hoping I could find them. They had everybody from 84, the usual basics. These WrestleMania basics will rot here. Personally, I'm hoping that they go on clearance, in which case I would buy up a bunch of them just because they're cheap. But right now they are full price and they are not going anywhere. But I moved down the aisle and it was mostly empty shelves. It looked like they were stocking, but there was nothing on the pallets. They had a couple Star Wars figures, some Ewoks, Luke Skywalkers, but really nothing else. Look at these shelves, it's pitiful. At the Pops, they had a bunch of Masters of the Universe Pops, ones I haven't really seen before, of honestly characters that I really don't even recognize, but they were pretty cool looking. They did have Clamp Champ, which I thought was awesome. Such a cool figure, cool runnings, the typical nurse ones, Evelyn. But they did not have the Peacemaker, which was what I was looking for. Back to the Future, they had Pennywise. I was hoping maybe that they would have the Ghostface for a little bit cheaper, but they didn't. Nothing really over here either, so on to the next one. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need Fig Heel's Ultimate Wrestling Figure Checklist, a 500-plus page guide to over 40-plus years of wrestling figure collecting. As heard on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, it features WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW, TNA, NJPW, AEW, Ring of Honor, AWA, Dragon Gate, CMLL, AJPW, AAA, and more. Professionally organized so you can keep track of mock, loose, value, and much more. Fig Heel's Ultimate Wrestling Figure Checklist, available now on Amazon.com. All right, so starting at the Jurassic World stuff, they had this Scorpius Rex, which was pretty cool, from the new Jurassic World show. They had John Hammond, the usual suspects. Over here, Monsters at Work, which I'm a huge Monsters, Inc. fan, so I love seeing those things. I would never get them, but they're still cool to take a look at. Mossman, Skeletor, Evelyn from Revelation, Masters of the Universe. And over at the wrestling section, they had the Slam Cycle, Nanos, and a bunch of John Studs, Chynas, Drew McIntyre, and that's it. I don't understand why they're not stocking the way that they should. And over here at the DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys section, they had Batman Earth 2, which I think personally is such a sick figure. Deserves a lot of love. They had Superman on sale, Robin, but nothing really new that I mean, they have less than they have in the past few times that I've been to this Target. Over here, I was looking around, nothing in the Marvel, and then I noticed that they had a Happy Hogan 2-pack, which is pretty cool. I love Jon Favreau. Great director, great actor, real funny guy. So, I mean, I thought it was really cool to see this figure, and the likeness is uncanny. Over at the Pop section, they literally had nothing new, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be stocking Ultimates at this one, the horror ones, which is kind of a bummer. Another stop, another Target. So here they had more Amber collection. I think these figures are so cool. I think they have great likenesses on them. I noticed that one was missing an accessory of some sort. Not really sure what it was missing, but it was missing something. Masters of the Universe, the usual stuff, but they did have the Mirrorverse Todd McFarlane Disney figures. Here's the Captain Jack Sparrow, which I think is sick. And also in this set is Buzz Lightyear. I'm a huge Toy Story fan, so I definitely have to see that. If it's a pretty good likeness on Buzz and it looks like the actual figure in a smaller scale, I might have to pick that up, honestly. Love Toy Story. It's my favorite Disney, my favorite animated movie of all time. Over at the Pop section, I was kind of surprised to see that the Seinfeld Pops were on sale. As you can see, this is normally $30, but now it's $14.99. For the Kramer, and Jerry is on sale for $6.29. These are both Target exclusives. Back in the day, you could not keep Target exclusive Pops on the shelf, and $9.99 for that one. You could not keep them on the shelves. They would sell out immediately, and it just seems like the love for Pops just isn't there like it was. I'm not saying that there's not a market for them, because there obviously is. Shang-Chi, look at that, on sale for $4.49, Target exclusive. All the Target exclusive Pops are on sale. It's not that there's not any love for Pops, I just don't think that the craze is there anymore. I think the Pop craze is dying down, and it's kind of a bummer to me because I think it really brought a lot of people to collecting. Here we have Pennywise, they had Back to the Future, and these are something that I think a lot of collectors don't know about, is Neca makes action figure headstands. So for all those extra heads, even with the wrestling figures, if you like displaying them, you could get these. It goes right on, fits perfectly into the knob, and then you can display the heads with your figures. Just a little display technique. This King Kong is absolutely sick. They also had Stan Lee on sale. But we left empty-handed. All right, guys, so that's our figure hunt. Unfortunately, I did not find any chases. I did not find anything that I really needed. And sometimes it bees like that, right? Sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. You don't find anything after a long, hard day, a long, hard week. But that's the game. However, it's always good to see what's in your local stores so that you can keep track of what's coming in and what's going out. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeal. Pick up the Ultimate Wrestling Figure Checklist, available now on Amazon.com. And go to HeroesHideout.com and use my code FigHeal at checkout to save 10%. And if you'd like to support the channel, pick up a t-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeal. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one, and we will see you next week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeal. Check out my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeal. Head over to Heroes Hideout for all your figure needs and use code FigHeal at checkout to save 10%.